Welcome back to another edition of Blind Man's Grub. Today we'll be making fried rice. I know that sounds really complicated, but it's really easy when you get right down to it. It's originally a leftovers dish. Let's say you made too much rice at one meal and you had some leftover meat at another meal, and some veggies at another. You would just combine those all together, stir fry them a little bit with some soy sauce, and there you go, fried rice. Behind me I've got leftover rice, leftover beef sausage from the beef and bell peppers episode, or bell peppers and beef, whichever you want to call it. And I'm also going to be using whole kernel corn, just a couple of cans drained completely. You'll also need some eggs. I'm going to be using 2 eggs. This is really more up to your discretion. You'll need a little bit of oil, just so your rice doesn't stick to the pan. Then of course you'll need either a deep-setted frying pan or a wok. And then your basic cutting board and butcher knife to cut up the sausage. The first thing you need to do is lightly grease your pan. So I've just poured a little olive oil in here and I'm wiping the pan down. Again, this is so your rice doesn't stick to the pan. And we're going to be warming it up on medium heat, and once the pan is warm enough, you'll want to crack your eggs into it and scramble them. You can use fried eggs, but scrambling makes it a little bit easier and a little quicker, because then you can just start adding all the other ingredients. What we're going to do is cut the sausage into slices, and then those slices will be cut into quarters. Try to make it as small as bites as possible. There's our sausage sliced and quartered. We're going to go ahead and move on to opening the cans of corn and draining them. This is actually my can opener. It's a pretty neat little can opener. Instead of shredding the can like other can openers of this type, it actually just pops the seal on the can. A lot of the electric can openers also just shred the can. I just figured I'd share this with you. There's the cans of corn, opened and drained. And of course in here is the leftover rice, which we'll be adding last. I've just added the eggs. What we're going to do is take a fork and scramble them. About that. Just going to finish scrambling these eggs. Here we have the scrambled eggs. What I'm going to go ahead and do now is add the corn. We're going to lightly saute it. And mix it in with the eggs. I almost forgot one of the most important ingredients in basically fried rice. You need soy sauce. I'm going to be using kikkoman. And I've got the corn and the egg sauteing. I'm going to add a little bit of soy sauce. And then I'm going to go ahead and add the meat. Stir this up a little bit. And then we're going to let this fry and keep stirring. Right. I've shredded up the sweet peas. I'm going to go ahead and dump those in. We'll just mix that in and we'll start adding the rice. Since this isn't a lot of rice, I'm just going to go ahead and dump it in. And the moment it's in there, you need to start breaking it up. Alright, I added the rice and flipped it around. At this point, you want to add a little bit of soy sauce at a time. I've already pre-added some, but this will be the last I'm going to add. And just stir. And you want to do this for another 3 or 4 minutes, and then your fried rice should be done. And here we have the finished product. Ready to go and looks very delicious.